Hey everybody, it's your girl Raindrops, and this is episode 3 on the In My Opinion podcast. Today we have a very special guest. She is a professor, world traveler, foodie enthusiast, and I'm super excited to have her on today's podcast. Everybody welcome Ornella, aka Hi Miss Hiqueenparker.
Hi everyone, how are you?
Am I pronouncing your Instagram name right? It's Hiqueenparker.
Yeah, I don't know who the Hi Miss
Listen,
Parker.
I was thinking
Hi Miss Parker.
Yes.
I know.
Literally made sense to just connect it.
Yeah.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Today's
I'm excited.
catch-up day for us.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Catch-up day for
it
us.
is. It's been really long. We haven't had our therapy session in a while.
Yes. She's one of those people that I usually, every time she sits in my chair, we go over all the things that is going on with us personally in our lives. Of course, we have a lot of our boy talks. So that's going to be there. But, let's start off with how you're feeling today.
I'm feeling good. I am in a very interesting state.
Okay.
Yesterday I was very upset because I didn't feel disciplined, as you said I am. But So today I got a lot of things checked off, so I feel good today.
That's good. And I know you to be, this is how I feel about you. I feel like you are an overachiever. I don't know how you do it. I don't know, it's how many master's degrees do you have?
2.
You have 2. I didn't even finish the first semester of college.
That's fine. That's your journey. Everyone's journey is different.
I agree, but it definitely takes a different type of individual to be able to check off so many things off of the box. So
I appreciate that.
Yes, no problem. No problem. So okay, let's get into your career and what it is that you do for your 9 to 5.
So, on paper, I was an assistant principal for the last 5 years, but I actually stepped out the school building back in November to take a little break.
Okay.
In the meantime, right now, I am an adjunct professor. I'm teaching other teachers how to teach.
That's
so yeah.
That's so cool. Can we get an age out there? Because I know your age, and what you're doing, it sounds crazy for your age. So how old are you?
The beautiful 30.
30, just turned 30, which means that in your 20s, you were an assistant principal.
Yeah.
that is crazy.
25.
Did you know that's something that you wanted to do from jump?
Honestly, I wasn't even supposed to be in education.
Okay.
My bachelor's was in healthcare management.
Okay.
Loved it in theory. In practice, it is boring.
Healthcare management is what?
So your administration in the hospital. So
definitely boring.
Yep.
Yeah.
As boring as it gets.
Yeah.
But
that's not really dealing with too many people.
Nope. You're in an office. Most of the times they don't have windows.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. The line got to be free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say this, but when I was in that role, I used to hide away and take naps for hours because it was just so boring.
It's okay. I don't think anything.
If you're my boss.
Right. Okay, you used to hide in the closet.
They have because it's the hospital, they have the beds in the bathroom for the doctors. I would be knocked out.
That's crazy. I think I would have done the same thing anyways. I worked at Forever 21. What year was this? In 2000 and something. And we definitely used to go downstairs in the basement where the stockroom was and just not work. And if they're looking for us, oh yeah, I'm getting something, you just leave with a shirt or a pants because it looks like you were actually doing something. Yeah, exactly. So I definitely understand how running away can be a thing. Okay, so you're a professor right now.
Yep.
What do you do on your spare time? The hobby of the world. This is Dora Explorer cousin.
Wow, that's crazy. My cousin just called me that.
Did she
but
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Partly because I'm trying to relearn Spanish, so she thinks she's funny. But
okay. Are you doing what's that?
Babbel?
No, what's the other one?
Duolingo?
Drake talks about it.
Which one?
Drake sung it in a song. They have another one. They have another name for this app that teaches.
It's either Duolingo or
definitely not
Babbel.
Duolingo. If you say the name, I'll know.
Those are the only 2 I know.
It is. Okay,
but I'm doing Babbel.
Okay.
But I am traveling. That is what recenters me. I am officially at 35 countries.
That is crazy. So, she's at 35 countries. Let's see what those countries are because I wanted to learn it off the top of my head, but anybody got time for that? So. Mexico, Canada, Puerto Rico, Trinidad, France, United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, Jamaica, Japan, Costa Rica, Iceland, Jordan, Egypt, Dominican Republic, Bermuda, Belize, El Salvador, Bahamas, Greece, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, Curacao.
Yeah.
Am I missing any?
Colombia, Japan.
Okay.
Where else? Italy.
Okay.
St. Thomas, those countries, yeah.
I grabbed it from off of your page.
I figured. They're not all up there yet.
It was in your highlights.
I just started putting highlights.
First of all, I'm like, me scroll, I'm like, she's been more places.
Yeah.
Because it didn't feel like the full amount.
It's a lot of work. I have to go back and like download videos off Snapchat. I'm like, oh boy.
It is a lot. I mean, right now, even just scrolling up and like just keep going and just putting it together because you have to save it.
Yes,
you have to save it and then add it. This is why people don't do content. Because of so much work.
You know, for the longest, I was like, I'm not doing this.
Listen, she is the real foodie person. Before I even start, maybe all 8, but she would be the person that goes out and like takes the videos. And, you know, she's been doing that for a long time. And I've always said to you, like, why don't you, you know, create content? Why don't you make a page from it? Not only are you eating these you know, delicacies and trying out all these different places, you're traveling and doing it as well. Like a lot of people, you know, some people just do it in New York and that's it because they don't travel much. Yeah. But like you're literally tasting from everywhere.
Yeah, but the actual work part behind like making the videos and then posting it, I'm like, that takes away the fun from traveling.
Yeah, it is work.
But I'm doing it now. I'm trying.
Okay. So what's making you want to do it now versus then?
Because I feel like as I'm getting older, why not? Like, I'm doing it and I'm just giving this for free. Like,
listen, that's what people in my DM tells me. Like, you doing all this for free. Like, make sure. But I already had that in my head. I'm like, they gonna pull me in to eat at some point. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So top 5 places that you've been to and also top 5 places that had the best food.
Oh, this is hard. Okay. I'm biased because I'm Jamaican, so Jamaica goes automatically, automatically at the top of the list for both food and just.
Can we get a vibe check because she's not angry, she's not aggressive. I feel like if you asked her for extra gravy, she would probably give you. This is not the typical Jamaican energy that people are accustomed to. So all this stuff, you know, judging people just based off a background because everybody's different, right?
Yeah, you might want to blame my mom. She forced me when I came here not to do that. So,
be like,
even though she was kind of hypocritical, but whatever.
She's an adult. She can switch it on and off.
She doesn't switch it on and off.
Okay.
Yep. Well. But I would say Jamaica, definitely. Okay. Then I would do Colombia.
Okay.
Both just vibes. It feels like Colombia has like multiple parts. Like part of it feels like Miami, the Caribbean, and the other part just feels like the city. Okay. So, and the food is bomb. I didn't have a bad meal at all out there.
So are we doing top 5 places, right? Or are we doing top 5 of the foods?
I'm kind of like merging them together.
Okay, so Jamaica.
Colombia.
Okay.
Japan because it's just so like advanced technology. Like the things I experienced there I haven't experienced anywhere else.
I mean, listen, they literally like come out and just have ideas like as a baby. Right. There's no way. There's nobody else like them.
Yep.
So, okay, Japan, number 3.
I would do United Arab Emirates.
Okay. I can see that.
I feel like lavish and luxury, you know? I deserve that.
I know, listen, I know.
Would they say black girl luxury? Or what is it called
over there, right?
But what's the trend now? Black girl...
soft life?
Soft life, whatever, whatever it's called.
Life. Black girl luxury as well, I think it's definitely one.
Dubai definitely gives that energy.
Yeah? Oh, God. They probably like pay people $20,000 just to like touch their toes.
I wish. I was trying to find me a prince out there. It didn't work. But
not just a boyfriend, a prince.
No, yeah. I need
Listen, aim high, okay?
Right, exactly. And then that's 4, right?
Yes.
Last one. Ooh, this is hard.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. I'm going to go with, this sounds so generic, but I'm going to go with Mexico.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I believe you because I think that the culture in Mexico, the food, the vibes
is so different. Like there's so many different places. Right. I've never had a bad experience in Mexico ever.
There's someone I know told me the same thing. So I do believe you. Which is very weird, right? My first time going to Mexico was last year and I went for a wedding. That was the first time I went. Not for me to attend, but for me to do makeup. Mm-hmm. So seeing it on like a work aspect was a little different than going actually, like on vacation. Yeah. Like I couldn't drink as much as I wanted to, but the vibe was still good.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Well, you know, I don't drink at all, and the vibe was definitely still there.
Yes,
so
you don't drink at all. She doesn't drink at all. normal. That's so okay. It's normal, but it's still weird for people who lives like in this state.
Yeah, I literally get that question all the time. They're like, "You don't plan on drinking again?
Why don't you drink?"
Honestly, it was a self-discipline. Okay. Like, I was trying this challenge. Like, can I go the whole year without drinking?
Okay.
And I actually did it. I went to Carnival. I did all the things I always did, and I didn't miss it. So I'm like, why did I start again? So I never started again.
I think I remember you telling me this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 2018,
so
2019.
That's cool. I've been in places where I've done it, not for like that long. I've done it, and I'm like, everybody's so like sexual. Like, they're so horny in here. Yeah. Like, looking at a party with a sober lens, you just think that everybody's like bugging out. You know what I mean? Depending on the type of event. So like, I've been to events where I'm like, I'm sober, but I'm having fun. Yeah. And I've been to events where it's just,
I need a drink because I need to get on the same vibe as them.
I mean, soca life, it looks like a big soca orgy. Sober, completely sober. Like, I don't know. So I get it with the non-drinking. Like, does it stop friendships? Does it ever stop?
Not really, honestly, because I still do my fake mocktail. So it'd be I'm like, go ahead, drink, and I'm gonna act like I'm drinking with you. Here we go.
You did drink for your birthday though?
No.
You didn't drink for your birthday?
They were chasing me down in the party with a bottle, and I kept running and hiding. So no, I did not drink.
I thought that was champagne or something.
Nope.
Oh my God. And you had the best time ever.
Yep.
You didn't have to throw up at the ending of the night.
Like everyone else.
Yes.
Yep.
Good for you. I attended the party. I definitely had a good time. I don't know who the DJ was, but he was a good DJ. Who was the DJ?
Prince Chills.
He's good.
He is.
Yeah, he's good. Usually, like, you know, you're so accustomed to hearing like a certain DJ play, and like you can tell how they're gonna play. With him, I was like, who is that?
Yeah,
like,
right?
He definitely gave me
and he played the entire time by himself. So like, normally, you know, it's like they have segments.
Yeah.
He held down the entire party alone, and I was like, okay.
Good for him. Shout outs to him. You're a good DJ. Okay, so there was a moment where I felt chills at your party because it was, you know, with everything that had happened to you, I kind of just like, I felt so much love in that moment. That's when, you know, he played Popcorn Family, and you were in the middle with your brother and your aunt, and like everybody was around you. Like, I really, like, I felt it. I was like, you know, literally having chills in that moment with the lights on you. Like, what were you feeling in that moment?
The same exact thing. Yeah. I don't know if you remember after, like, I ended up giving a thank you to everyone in tribute to my mom, because I honestly, my wildest dreams did not ever imagine turning 30 without my mom here with me. So just having that energy around you felt like so authentic, and I felt so uplifted. Like, because honestly, turning 30 was a little daunting to me. I'm like, dang, this is a milestone.
Like, my heart is getting full. Like,
I know. I'm like, I'm trying not to get there yet because I'm a thug. Yeah. But no, I literally was like, it was very daunting. Like, I'm about to turn 30. It's a milestone year. My mom's not here. Like, what does this look like? Yeah. But that night, I really felt like everyone who was there, like, really had my back. Like, I felt so much love.
I agree. I you know, I've been to a lot of events. I've been to, you know, people's parties and baby showers, and I felt like people genuinely, like, they were there because they cared about you. And, you know, I don't remember anyone sitting down and just like being
standoffish and thing. Yeah.
Even in that moment, you know, like, I think it was needed for you in that moment with everything that has happened. So that was, I think I posted it on social media. If any of you guys follow me, it was a moment where it's like family, and it was just
that's my favorite like clip of the entire night.
For real. Yeah. I can see why. You did the traveling theme.
Yeah, yes. Of course.
Makes sense. How does it feel being 30?
Honestly, it feels like I'm in a transition phase. Okay. I feel like in my 20s, you know, you're trying to figure out life. I was super disciplined, and now I feel like I'm kind of reaping the benefits of like all that hard work now. So I could kind of like chillax, and move a little slower.
So what forced you to become so disciplined? Because, you know, like my last guest, the age that you guys are like figuring things out and getting things together, it's not normal, you know? And I think that's right now, that's what it is, like, on a larger scale. I don't know if it's the fact that not you guys, but just people have more accessibilities to, like, you know what they want to do earlier, or like have more visual, they see more things than they would have before. So it's like, I don't want to do that. I definitely want to do this. I see that if I did that, this is what's going to happen to me. So like, what is it with you with being disciplined at such a young age?
I think, honestly, I tell people this all the time. You know, when they ask you, like, what's your idol? Or
right.
It's not a person. It literally is failure. So I grew up around watching, like, my family, my neighborhood, friends constantly fail. And, like, I'm very reflective. At least that's what I give myself. And, like, stepping back and looking at that, I'm like, okay, I'm not about to be part of this. Like, what needs to change? And, like, granted, I know that it's not always the individual. It's systematic. There's all those things in play. So I am always trying to be better. And that's honestly what plays a role in it. So I'm like, okay, I did this. What's next? Like, how do I improve from here? So, and then when someone tells me I can't do something, the Leo in me is like, okay, I'm going to prove you wrong. So, like, you're right. So kind of like what you said about, like, becoming an assistant principal. They were like, you're too young. I'm like, word, I bet I'm going to do it.
Right. Okay. That's amazing. I love that. And I think that the way that you kind of like sit back and observe things is probably one of the best ways that people should, you know, I guess learn for themselves as well, because we have so much different groups in our faces. Like, we have the crackheads. Like, I see what a crackhead... Do I want to be like a crackhead? Probably not. You know, like, if I want to be in the realm of like videography, like, I see the style of his content, or I see a videographer and he's always like in the club smoking weed but recording. Like, is that the type of you know, figure I would want to follow?
And then just being authentic, because I feel like, with that being said, I feel like we grow up and think like, if I want to do this, like when I was younger, I thought if you want to be a teacher, you have to be this way, you have to do things this way. But it's like, no, there's no box around like you have to be this specific person to do this. And I think society strays people away, kids away from doing a lot that we could do and dreaming bigger, because we're like, you have to act this way to do this. No, turn up and still go to work.
Right. So you mean in the sense of like the things that you do before, after, during you being a teacher. Like, my son has one of his teachers on TikTok, and I'm like, she's cute. Look at her.
Don't do that again. That wasn't it.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I meet her, I'm just gonna be seeing her doing TikTok dances as she's telling me like,
your son is.
I'm like, whoa. That's all I'm be seeing in my head, like, when she's talking to me. So unfortunately, sometimes, like, I guess this is why they try to be as private as possible.
Yeah.
Like, how do you separate your personal life, that fun, you know, adventurous side, versus, you know, the professional side?
Honestly, the traveling, all of that, I share with my students. I always have. I started teaching in middle school. So, like, I feel like at that age, they need to see that people that look like them, one, but then also, like, are not, like, stringent, the suit, like... So I did share a lot of that with them, but obviously in discretion. Like, I'm not showing them, like, pictures with my booty out and, me twerking on, you know?
Right.
But I did share a lot of my life with them so that they see you can still be a person, a human, but I show up every day to work, and you know?
I love that. And from back in my days, because I'm so old, back in my days,
here she go.
When I was back in my days when I was in school, we had the basic versions of everybody.
Yep.
So I didn't know that I didn't even know I could be a makeup artist in school. I didn't know that I could be a content creator. I didn't know about, you know, someone holding a mic and that's literally his job in the movies.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or directing. It's just so many things that you don't learn in school because they want you to pretty much like be of service to the
system. Yep.
Right. So like firefighter, nursing, police officer, doctor, anything that is of service to basically like keep you in, you know, the community and not really reach outside of that. They kind of give you the basics. And maybe that's because, you know, people who were creative weren't really like on a high pedestal.
Yeah.
So
which is a problem because.
Right. So like I wanted to be a lawyer when I was it was just me being a Leo and knowing I'm always right. Yes, I am. So unfortunately.
It's not wrong. We are right. Always.
Right. So being a Leo, I think like that very assertive, very much so. Even my personality, I feel like I would go back and forth. Like I go back and forth with at least 3 people on Instagram currently. And like they're always, I'm like,
I can see that. I can literally see that, though.
I'm like, but like we're gonna do this until you see what I'm saying is right. Like,
see, but I'm a different Leo because I know I'm right. I'm not even gonna argue with you. like you start, I'm like, close, exit, because I know I'm right.
I gotta go back and forth. There are people that I know, so this is people that I probably would hang out with or whatever. So it's like, no, we're gonna go back and forth. And you clearly think, I hate people who think that their perspective is the only perspective.
No, honestly.
So I think that when I have these conversations, is really to just like force the other.
I do that with my friends a lot. Right. I'm like playing devil's advocate. Even if I agree with them, I'm like, but do you actually think that? What about?
Yes, this is why I do a lot. But going back to, schools and like just having a teacher like you show the kids that, yes, this is possible. That some people who live in the projects and who's never been to Manhattan, you know what I mean? Honestly. Which is like crazy. So just seeing it, I think, is very important. Not everybody has access to phones and TikToks and all of that stuff for them to see themselves.
And that TikTok wasn't even a thing around when I started. I know that's crazy. Yikes! I feel aged now, but
you're old.
Yeah. Why you got to do that? But no, it's funny because I love traveling, and a lot of my students, they're in their 20s now. That sounds crazy,
right?
But they literally love traveling now off the strength of like I shared my travel experience with them when they were younger. So like one of my kids, I call my daughter, like I took her for her first international trip to Iceland together.
That's
so like
so cool.
And now like she has the travel book. She's like, oh, can we go to Bali together this year? I'm like, energy, cool. Love that.
I love that. I love that for her, and I love that for you. I think that you see again, her position in life. You're not someone that's like a celebrity or like, super popular to the masses, but what you're doing is still giving. Sorry. But what you're doing is still having a huge impact on the people that you encounter in your lifetime. Like it's just because it's not on a big platform yet, you're still, like changing lives and helping people like change the way they think and just, motivate them and stuff like that. So people like this is just as important as LeBron James or Michael Jordan or Beyonce. They're just as important because they're still impacting lives just as much as the same way. Okay? So, speaking of butts, because you talked about shaking your butt, I wrote something down because this guy went in my DM. When I went and got my colonic, and you had posted like, rain does anything or whatever. Yeah. So he came in my DM because he's seen that it was you that posted it, and he said,
"Oh boy,
to be exact, listen, I know Ornella with her big ass."
I think I know who this is. It doesn't start with an O. We know who you are.
How did you know? How did you know it was him? How did you know it was him?
We always know. Crazy. It's the Leo. I'm telling you.
So I'm gonna finish what he said. It is so him though. Listen, I know Ornella with her big ass. If she did what you did, there would be shit for years coming out of her.
I hate him so much. Oh my gosh.
Mind you, a colonic has nothing to do with the size of your ass.
Right. Like
if that was the case, my ass would be huge. Like
okay, rainwater.
I'm just saying, because he's comparing a colonic to like the size of someone's ass.
That's exactly why I knew who it was before you even said anything.
That's so funny. It's definitely him. So I said, it has nothing to do with ass. He said, I know, but she doesn't look like she shits often. All that beef patty stuck up there.
I'm literally going to jump him after this. You probably shouldn't have shared this with me.
What does that have? And he said, I still love Ornella. Of course you do, because she has the cake. He has since I was like, 17, 16? That's so funny. And I think looks back, but right. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty much it. When he said, I said, well, yeah, it's huge, but it has nothing to do with.
Clearly, he doesn't know anatomy.
That's so funny that you know who he is.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get off this chair so I could be like.
Share your Instagram DMs. Like, what does that look like? Because if he's sending this to me, I can only imagine what your DMs
I'm not even going to embarrass him, but outside of him, they're crazy. It's a wild place to be. People, I don't know what be going through guys' heads when they pull up in a DM, but I'm going to need y'all to like figure it out because it don't be it.
Craziest thing someone's ever said.
Craziest thing is them sending dick pics that are uninvited. I hate that. It's disgusting.
It's always a shock factor. I'm like you're not even expecting.
And then it'd be the ones that are like, you're proud and that's it. But besides that, craziest thing, I think the one that's in my head is some guy pulled up to my DMs and was like, my credit score is 720. Whenever you're ready to leave your pets and a king is waiting for you. First off, my credit score is higher than yours.
Number one.
Unimpressed.
Right.
Second of all, who are you calling a peasant?
Like, that's supposed to get you points. So, number one and number two, you think talking about a credit score would be the reason why?
I'm about to be like, yes, you have 720. Right, drop my panties. Right. Oh, my gosh.
I feel like he's probably telling you information based on what he thinks you would be interested in.
Right. I look like I care about credit scores. Right, I do, but that is not your pickup line.
Right. So, what is something that would pull Ornella?
I like people who are just authentic. I like organic relationships. So, like, if you pull up and you're just being just, like, regular conversation, because I'm not stuck up. Like, in my DMs, I respond to people.
Right.
If it's not the same. If it's not obnoxious. Like, if
once you drag, I just...
Yeah, then I stop. It's over for you after that. But just being organic, like, I love jokes. So, if you can make me laugh, you might have a little way in there, you know? What do you say? Laugh you out your panties kind of thing? Yeah, right.
right.
But, so I just like organic things that develop. I don't like people who force stuff. So, like... If you're pulling up and off strength, they're like, I want you, and da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, you don't even know me. I could be a serial killer.
Right.
Red flag, exit.
Okay, so you don't like them, like, just pressing gas.
Yeah, I don't know if they think that's, like, them being, like, persistent and, like, naming what they want, but it's not a turn on.
I think everybody is different based on what they would want from their individual on the outside. You know, I might want the aggression, you know, but somebody else might want a little bit more of a...
Yeah, I like initiative. There's a difference between initiative and aggression, because now my brain goes to, you don't know me from a hole in the wall. So if I decide to start talking to you, are you doing this to other girls in their DM, just pulling up? You get what I'm saying?
Right. So you would like something... Okay, so this is me being a guy, all right? I'm in the DM, so, hey, girl. Okay, first of all, if a guy says, hey, girl, I'm gonna...
Right, I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, hey, beautiful black queen.
I hate that. I don't... And it's not they do anything wrong, it makes me cringe. I hate when people say that. I hate empress. Empress makes me lose my...
Queen, I hate as well. People think that the queen and the king thing is like top tier names. I think that you're saying queen just to like make yourself look like you care about... Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you care about me that way. Like, oh, I don't know. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I don't like it. And I wouldn't call a guy like, hey, king.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I'm not calling you king. I don't even
maybe
know
if we're in a relationship and like, you know, and we get to that point, but exactly.
Yeah.
How do you know I'm a queen? You don't know nothing about me. That's the part that scares me.
Right.
Y'all be pulling up, ready to risk it all. Like
I agree. Okay, so that wouldn't work. Okay, what if a guy comes in like, hey Ornella, you know, I've been following you for a while and I think you're really interesting. Why are you laughing? I'm like so serious.
I literally had a DM like that, but that's why I'm cracking up.
Oh shit! All right, yeah. So hey, I think you're really interesting. I would love to take you out sometime.
I don't know. Depends. I'm
handsome.
That's what I'm say. I'm gonna have to hit the picture.
Yes, and the picture.
So all right, so you handsome.
Yes, I'm handsome.
I'm attracted to you, physically.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I'm accepting dates all 2023. Okay.
So I got my shirts off in some of my pictures though. Is that okay?
Yeah, I got my booty out. It's on my right.
All right, cool. Okay, so you see, it is a difference with aggression. There's a difference with coming in and being very polite and knowing what you want.
Right.
Because he knows what he wants.
Yeah.
It's not a, what you doing? It's not a, like, I know. You
know the ones that are the smoothest is the ones that wait for, like, a story that is like related to them or something like that, and then they respond to that. Yes. And I'm like, okay.
I had someone. We were friends. I had a little crush on him. I got into a crush on him after the fact, but he was in my close friends because we were already friends.
Yeah.
And I was like trying on outfits for this party, and he was one of them and responded. And of course, like, I'm really looking at him as a friend. So I'm not thinking that I'm trying on these outfits.
For him, right.
For him. Yeah, exactly. So I put on the dress. Well, one of the dresses. It was kind of see-through. I mean, of course I'm going to put things under it, but he couldn't see like boobs, vagina, or anything. Right. You could just see like the side, like the clear of the side.
I think I know. Was this around Miami time when you were trying on clothes?
No, this was for my homegirl's all white party in October. Okay. Yeah, I had some white dresses on. So he's like, You should wear the other one, but no, he said, which one of those are you gonna wear for me to take you out on a date?
Did that work for you?
It didn't, because I just was like,
Dang. He probably was dead ass, so you took him as a joke.
He's so flirtatious that I couldn't even, not with me necessarily, but
in general.
In general, he's flirtatious. So I'm like, here he goes, cracking a joke. Like, what if he's serious?
Right.
I'm
pretty sure he was.
I mean, later on, something kind of happened. But yeah, at the time, I just laughed it off. But like, okay, so we know what will win you over. What is something that you're running from, like, automatically? Like, you go on their page or even a DM.
I hate the guys that slide in my DM and be like, I want you, but they clearly have a girl, like, even if it's a hint of, like, you just went to dinner, I see her finger on the other side of the table. Like, stop. Come on.
Makes me sick.
And then you ask, are you single? Of course, absolutely.
Listen, can we just be honest with ourselves and take on the role of what we actually want to be in our relationships? If you want to be in a monogamous relationship, be that. If you want to be in a polygamous relationship, be in one of those. If you want to be a free bird, be that.
But be honest with the person you're with, though.
Yes. I mean, of course, there's a Trinidadian guy that I was friends with. We used to talk back in the days, but I was friends with him. He would always like try a thing, you know, unfortunately, because I'm cute or whatever. And I
can't stand you.
And he was like, you know, like, I'm never gonna like be faithful. Like, I'm never gonna be faithful. I always have to have someone on the side.
But he said that up front.
We're not talking. This is a friend. We used to talk back in the days.
Okay.
But he had a girlfriend at the time. But the reason why we stopped speaking is because I found out he had a girlfriend slash wife, actually.
Oh, boy.
But, you know, they don't, that Facebook.
But is he honest with her, though?
No.
See, that's the thing I don't like. No. You come and try to talk to me. You're telling me all your business. Did you tell your girl that? Did you tell your wife that?
No, we were at a Kes concert in Prospect Park. I met him, and from then until however long I found the Facebook post, he did not have a girlfriend. And then we became really good friends because sometimes you just have bonds with people. Yeah, true. So it's definitely possible for people to like be friends with their female friends. Sometimes it might be somebody you used to talk to, so just in case. And you know, he said he can never be faithful. He's never gonna have that conversation with his wife.
But that's so unfair to her.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like that. Yeah, honesty is like key for me. Like, everything else, scratch that, throw that away. If you're honest, I can respect you. Like, we can almost work through anything if you're honest. But if you're not, like, yeah, you lose me.
So your most previous relationship, are you single right now?
I am.
Yeah, she's single.
Y'all heard me accepting dates, 2023.
Yes, period. What is it? Hi, Miss Hiqueenparker.
You throwing this queen in there? Hi, Miss Parker.
Because queen is in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's Hiqueenparker.
Hiqueenparker, yeah. Right. The miss, I can't stop. I'm sorry.
You thinking about Friday.
Right. Okay, so you're single. Your last relationship, remember, we speak. So I do know that she was dating someone most recently. I noticed because when she goes on her trips, like she usually shows hands.
I do. I don't be caring.
Yeah. So if it's a girl, you'll see the nails. If it's a guy, you'll see the hands. And sometimes I'll like jump the gun. I'm like, who you with?
Right.
Like, because I ain't seen no hands yet. But I started seeing one particular colored hand that was the same complexion, the same size. So I'm like, yeah, this one is somebody that she likes. So let's hear about that one because that's the most recent one.
So yes, I was talking to someone for about like 10 months. Okay. I would say we agreed to be single, but we were getting serious. Like, and I'm a psycho, so like I guess I set a date on it. I was like, when February comes, because we met back in 2015 in February. Okay. We started talking again last year in February. So I'm like, well, we got to make it official this year in February. Right. We didn't make it to February, girl. But anyways, he went away on a trip and he had sex with someone else out the country. But again, I truly respect him because he came back and he told me without me having to like, we be knowing. Like,
yes, girl. Did you feel it in your gut or your
I
brain?
did. When he was out there, yeah, like you had the intuition. And the relationship before that, the person I was with, he was cheating like crazy. Right. And I've had that same feeling. I told myself, like, anytime I feel this feeling, I'm out. Right. So I had already started feeling, and my brain already started programming, like, yeah, I got to get out of this. But he came back, and he was very honest with me, which is why we're still friends right now. We're not talking.
So how did he say it? Did he just come back? Or you said, like,
like,
what's up? Something's weird.
Yes, it was that.
Like, your dick smells different.
First off, he washed his dick, thankfully. Okay. But I don't think they know, but they act different. They be giving away like hints,
that part.
They swear they're so cool, calm, and collected, and like, right, you're not.
That part.
But I asked him, I was like, something feels off. Are you okay? Like, is everything okay? Left it alone. Maybe like 10 minutes later, he's like, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, so speak. And he said it. I was like, okay.
He could have ran with not saying anything.
He could have. And he told me, he's like, his friends are clowning him because they're like, you would have been living a stress-free life right now.
If you would have just said something?
If he just didn't say anything at all.
Oh.
And I'm like, guys.
But look at how you feel about him being honest, though.
Yeah, I truly respect him.
They need to stop taking advice from their male friends. Like, speak to women and see what we would prefer.
Well, you want to know what it is? It's because they have to deal with the consequence after. So, like, he's not with me, which is a consequence. They don't want to deal with the repercussions of their action. So they think lying is going to, you can have your cake and eat it too kind of thing, but no.
Right. I mean, I personally, I hate that us women go to only women for advice. Like, I mix it. I mix it with women and I go to men as well. I don't just do women anymore. Especially, you got to pay attention to like how many good relationships, like how are their relationships. Unfortunately, you could learn from single people. You could learn from people that are married. You could learn from people who never get into relationships. Everybody has some good information.
Yep.
Like, a person who's been single for a really long time can probably like say, I feel so much self-worth being single. I don't feel like I need to be attached to someone. Mm-hmm. With someone who's always in a relationship or married, they may not see themselves like aside from being in a relationship with someone. So they may end up like staying in a relationship longer. You know what I mean? So like, I don't think that it's terrible to take advice from every person.
I think you should. I feel like you need to be balanced. Like, that's the kind of balance. If you're only ever going to one kind of person to get information, you're going to have a very skewed view of
100%. And the person's going to get tired of hearing.
Yeah, they're like,
shit.
This again. Right.
Tired of hearing this shit. Okay, so what was the reason that he felt like he needed? Was it just like a vibe? It was a vibe. It's a wedding in another country.
That, but also he disclosed that one of his non-negotiables is that he wants to be poly, which is
that's a non-negotiable for him.
Which is me being monogamous is a non-negotiable for me as well. Right. So like, there's a difference between like needs and wants, right? Like, that is a need for me. Whoever I'm with, I need them to be like monogamous.
So how did you guys get this far if both of you guys disclosed such an opposite?
So in the beginning, because clearly people love me and they don't want to let me go. But no, he did name it before. And I told him, because you know me already, I'm always willing to be like, all right, this ain't working, I'm out. But he didn't like the fact that I was like, we have opposite views, it's not going to work. So he was willing to like try monogamy. And I explained to him like, are you sure? And he said yes. Clearly our communications and wires are crossed, and he wasn't being truly honest with himself, which if you're not honest with yourself, you are therefore not honest with me.
Right. I also think that, unfortunately, some people say things, not saying that he did this with you specifically, but some people say things just so that they can get where they need to go with you.
Yes. And then hope that when you get to that point, you're going to change. And I'm like, I'm not one of those girls.
Yes. Because what happens with women who agree to dating a man when he says that he does not want a relationship, she tends to change and want something different as well. So it's definitely possible for switches to happen at any given second. Once you have that person locked in, you're like, it's fine. We'll just go about this until...
But see, I'm not that person. Yeah. I do a lot of like self-reflection and like making sure I take inventory for like who I am and what I am. So like, I know what my non-negotiables are, and those are not changing. My wants can change. Like, I could waver. Like, I want a 6'5" guy, but if he ain't 6'5", I can waver in that area, right? But monogamy is something I truly believe in, like at the core of like my core ideology. So like, I'm not changing that for whoever I'm with, and that's just that. As much as I may have love for you, like, no love lost, we just gotta cut ties.
Right. And I love that you know that and he knows that. He just has to find someone that is okay.
Yeah, and that exactly, right.
Yeah. But, you know, he clearly wanted to get back in your good graces. So whatever needs to happen for me to just get there. And now you guys are friends, right?
Yeah, we're friends.
Okay. So he was honest, they're friends. And now what are you trying to do in your relationships? Like just dating?
Yeah.
Just dating. Okay.
I was... Ooh, okay, cut that part out.
Is it true?
Yeah, right, it's true. No, I am dating. I don't have any like goal. Again, I like organic. I like things to organically happen. So right now I'm just dating and enjoying life.
Okay. Just dating. Okay, so you hear that. If you guys want to slide in her DM, please come correct.
I was going to say, I don't know.
Please come correct. What is the next stop in the world tour?
So I have a bunch of like states coming up, but like world tour internationally, I should be going to St. Martin with my sister at the end of next month. Okay. But that's in limbo because I'm waiting to find out a couple moving parts in my future.
Okay. So how do you decide like where you're going to go, who you're going to go with? Because you don't wait for people.
No.
So can you let us know how someone can live their life, travel without doing it with groups and having the confidence to, you know, get on a flight by themselves and just go? So let us know, like, you know, your thought process with going by yourself or going with one person. Like, how does that look? Yeah.
So I honestly... at the end of each year, I create a list of like all the like where I'm going when. Like I plan it out already.
Right.
And then I just send it to everybody in my text messages. I'm like, here's my list for this year. I haven't done it this year because again, a lot of things are in limbo. And then I'm going whether you're coming or not.
Right.
And then people reach out like, okay, I want to join you for this trip. I'm like, all right, add your name to the list.
Right.
But honestly, I don't wait for people because I learned the hard way. Like I've missed out on a bunch of like trips because I had like plans to go with someone and then they like flopped. Right. And then now I'm here looking stuck.
So you've done a lot of trips by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The reason, I think an easy way to get to that, I know a lot of people are scared. They're like, it's out of the country. What about this? What about that? You walk around we live in New York City, first off. Like, I feel like,
one.
Right, like, so it's more dangerous than some of the places I've ever been.
I agree.
So if you could walk around comfortably here, like, it's a mindset.
Right.
But I also do a lot of stuff by myself. I always have, like, I go to the movies, I go out to eat, like, I enjoy
you're automatically like that person.
Yeah. And honestly, just do it. Like, once you've done it, you either be like, I like it or I don't. But don't like hold yourself back and not do it. And then you're just like, I'm just afraid, but you don't know. You never tried.
Yeah, she's me. I'm her. Because I literally do the same things. I go to the movies by myself. I go out to eat by myself. Of course, we do it with people from time to time.
Yep.
But I've traveled by myself numerous of times. And it feels good. It feels really empowering. I feel like it helps you learn a lot more about yourself.
Yes.
What things that you're willing to put up with, because it's so freeing when I do things by myself. So when people come with bullshit, I'm like, this is why I don't
to a flaw.
deal.
No, it's to a flaw because sometimes I be with my friends. I'm like, I could have been doing this alone. Like,
you know what?
And that's bad. Like,
I get what you're saying, because my patience for certain situations gets lower because I'm so much like by myself with doing certain things as well. Like, you know, my mom and my sisters, most of my family members, they're not on time. Like, I'm very like adamant about time. Unfortunately,
I'm not.
Well, that's okay, right? But for someone who's like, you know, so serious about time, and everyone's like, "Let just be free," you know what I mean? I'm like, this is why I don't go nowhere with y'all.
Yep.
Like, I made this reservation for 7:00, and you guys are showing up at 8:30. Like, where is the respect? So, unfortunately, I've actually lost friendships because of that. Not just because of that, but that was like
a role
big
in it.
thing. Like, if you respect me, like, tell me you're gonna meet me there, or like actually be honest and say like, yo, I really can't make it for 9. I can make it for 10 though.
I don't know. Coming from someone who's habitually late, I think we're delusional and we think we can make it there for the time.
No, you guys gotta get out that delusion. So this is a good person to have this conversation with, because if you know that you're typically late, like, why not just adjust for that one day?
I feel like I be doing... Oh, you know what it is with me, though? I can't speak for everyone. I be waking up in the morning and, like, planning out all these things I want to do for the day. And, like, I underestimate how long things are going to take. So I'm like, I want to go to the gym. Okay, that's going to take me an hour. Then I want to go grocery shopping. Then I want to meal prep. And then I'm going to make it to the movies and dinner with this person at this time. And then I look and it's like... The gym took me an hour and 30 minutes instead of an hour. Then there was a line in the grocery store, so that took me an hour. Then I had to meal prep. So then by the time I gotta get in the shower, I didn't plan that in.
Right.
Gotta do my makeup, gotta get dressed, and then it's like, oh snap, it's the time I'm supposed to be there.
So with this overwhelming schedule, that's a little different, right? I mean, but also...
I need to learn my lesson though.
This is about to say, you know what you do. So it's like, I'm going into this and she could explain to me and break down exactly why she's typically late. So tomorrow, if I told her to meet me somewhere, for her to show up late again because of this very same reason is absurd. Like, you literally know. It's like, you know, we could look at it like, even in our relationships, it's like telling your boyfriend, like, I have an issue with this. This bothers me. And you still continuously show up and do the same thing that I have an issue with.
You want to know what it is then? See, if I was probably like with someone who's like that, I might change.
Right.
But my friends enable me. Like, they know
they're the same.
Yeah. So it's like,
so no,
we all showed up 3 hours late.
You'll be fine, man. I have friendships where they were all on time. If they're running late and they know they're going to be like 15 minutes behind, they're like letting me know like way before the 15 minutes. Like, I have friend groups who, you know, some are on time, some aren't. Some will be like, they're on their way and they're like brushing their teeth. Like, it's a mixture of everything. But what I will do is, I'm not meeting you. Don't meet me. I'm not sitting here. Meet me there. Like, I'll do things to yes, I'll do things to like keep the friendship, but still keep myself sane. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I have my little Leo energy in me from time to time.
I know how that gets.
Yeah. Do you have you ever had someone tell you they didn't want to date you because of your sign?
I've heard people have like negative comments about Leo, but they still be trying it. So it's like, you love it here.
I think they just say it just to like make conversation at this point. Because after you say everything you just said,
you still here. Are
you running from any sign?
I say I am, but I just feel like I'm saying that because of past history. I'm talking a couple of those signs right now, but Capricorn males, oh my gosh,
yeah,
yikes!
I don't know anything about
and Leo males. I can
Leo males.
Narcissists? Didn't we talked about this, right? Like,
no, we talk about it on the sideline tip. I think Sagittarius men have a very huge possibility of being narcissists as well. Leo men, because of, I guess, the personality and the characteristic trait,
they're manipulative though, and it's scary.
I dated a Leo guy on and off for like maybe like 10 years, on and off.
Did we date the same guy? Me too, girl.
Did you really? But we have the same story?
It's bad. 10 years.
10 years on and off. And he was a nice person, but like, I think he was a narcissist as well. I think I told him about that. He was like, what is with, you know, people in this narcissist word? I said, only narcissists act like that when you say something about being narcissist.
Yeah, to get all defensive.
Very much so defensive. It's like, wow, look at you telling me about myself. How dare you? Like, I feel like that's what it is with narcissistic men. If you are entertaining a narcissistic man right now, please run. They do not care about your feelings. They don't actually have feelings. More than likely, they're using you and they're going to abuse you for the rest of your life. They're never going to be faithful. That is not part of their human nature. So please run from them. Okay? They're using you to probably make somebody else upset. Mm-hmm. And until you have filled their cup to the brim, they're going to keep having you run around in circles so they can get back to the point where they've had you in the beginning. They are going to torture you emotionally, physically, mentally, and all of the above.
That's a personal testament, guys. She's like, and this.
Yes, it was. Because my most embarrassing social media experience was because of a narcissist.
Yes, I do remember. Okay.
Ugh. You know, COVID had a lot of people doing really dumb shit. And I had too much time on my hands. Like, this guy, I would have never talked to him if it hadn't have been for COVID. Number one, he's not good looking. He looks like a fucking gremlin. And why would I ever, like, okay that?
I like medium ugly guys, though.
I like medium ugly, too. But he was fugly. He, like, I used to, like, look at his picture and be like, well, his ears are cute. And his...
No, you played yourself doing that.
How dare you? He was not cute. He was funny though.
That's how you, again.
He was funny. He was funny and he dressed so stupid. He didn't know how to dress for shit. Like, he wore his mom's stuff. He really did. He used to wear his mom hats. I think her jackets too sometimes. I realized that, like, when you get into the relationship deep, you're like, bro, like, get your own swag. You out here trying to look like your mom. Weirdo.
I've never heard nothing like that. That's crazy.
You've never had a man wear his mother hat?
No, you made that seem like that's normal. No.
Right. It's not a thing. Don't, you know. But yeah, he was not the guy. He was not the guy for me. He was a narcissist. He was a terrible person. Like, he really made me think that I was crazy. Like, you would hear them talk. I hate that. You would hear them say something and they would say, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You got to record these people.
because they will really make you think you're going crazy, and they will make you feel like you are delusional based on like what you're saying to them. So like you'll be like, oh, you're cheating on me, I can tell because this and this and that, and then they'll switch it and say, oh no, you're telling me that because you're being you're trying to guilt trip me for like how you really feel. When in all actuality they're really cheating.
How about my best friend, narcissist, Leo male, caught him outside with another girl, called me, was like, is this whatever his name is, he's with this girl, I don't know, I teleported to his crib, I still don't know how I got there that fast. He looked me in the face and said, and whoever your stupid friend is that's like, you gonna tell me, what's the saying, like, you gonna believe me or you gonna believe your eyes?
Right.
Excuse me?
Right. There was a video on Instagram that basically showed exactly what you just said. And you know what happens if you're not strong enough? You end up going back to the person anyways.
Literally looked me in the face and really was like, I said, oh no, I gotta get out of here. This is not it.
That's actually disgusting. Again, another disgusting, what is your plan on choosing men now moving forward because of, your experiences?
I honestly feel like, again, this is why I think people should date a lot, because you start learning what you like, what you don't, and then like how to approach other relationships. Before this last situation, I would have never asked a guy his belief system around monogamy and poly. And now I ask it all the time. I'm like, what do you believe about?
Right. They'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah. So now I've learned to like add on different questions and look for different things.
And not only that, I think just not being afraid to ask questions, period. Yeah. When I was younger, I used to think that asking a lot of questions would run them off.
And if it does, then you end up.
But this is when I was younger, because I had there was no one like letting me know like, hey, Rain, this is the guy you should like choose or whatever. Like everything was trial and error. This is why I had so many terrible relationships. So, ask all of the questions. Any question that pops into your brain, bro, ask it. And if the guy is truly interested, he's going to answer you with no problem. Men who be like, well, you work for the cops?
I do. Are you going to answer the question?
Right. Stay away from those. Make you feel like you wanting to know things about them to make a base decision. It's not a bad thing at all. And how do you balance your personal and your social life? Like, what is it you're doing in the schools and also like with the traveling and just like eating and stuff like that?
So I am a meticulous planner. Okay. To a fault sometimes. Okay. People think I'm crazy. But like I write everything down. So like the time I'm doing it, what I'm doing. So like I've planned my entire.
This is real. This is how you become a huge success.
Yes. But no, like I start on the big picture and then I get to like the very fine details. So I have like the whole year planned already, basically. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's how I make it happen.
And that's where you find you're not just jumping and just saying, oh, I'm going to go to this trip tomorrow. It could happen.
There's like small room for that. Right. But like, I feel like when you wait and do spontaneous stuff like that, things really just don't happen. Okay. And then time just passes you by.
Okay. And financially, how do you think that people should plan for these trips? Because you go a lot of places, you spend a lot of money on food, traveling, all that stuff. Like, what advice do you have for the average person?
Now I'm in a place where I can financially like afford that just based on my salary. But before that, when I was just a teacher, we didn't get paid. Well, okay. Right. So I would save. I would put aside like money specifically for that and like basically like pay myself and reward myself after.
Okay. So again, discipline. She already knows the plans. You already know what country you're doing. So it's easy to put the money aside if you're legitimately planning. Because again, you're not just jumping up and just...
Right. I'm like, I know I want to do this, and this. It costs that. Okay, I got to put that money aside.
Right. Okay, cool. So in your opinion, because this is not what I'm going to be... Matter of fact, can we do this real quick? I definitely need you to take your phone. Where's your phone?
Over there.
Is that the orange?
The black
orange
one.
Or the black one?
Black one.
Okay. So let's do something real quick, and you have to choose someone to call and let them know, like, I say like, hey, can you come meet me here right now? Which is, you're going to say that you are in, let's choose a country. Let's choose a country. Let's say Philly, because I don't want to drag it, right? Okay. Let's say you're in Philly right now and you need someone to come and get you because you're tired.
Okay, I can make that one happen.
Choose anybody, call someone, and this is the one try that she has. So we'll see.
All right, I can't call anyone who knows that I'm here, so I have to call somebody else.
Yes.
Yes. You got to put it on speakerphone as well.
Oh boy. Okay, I think I got it. No, he won't be able to do it. Hold on, it gotta be realistic. I know who. Okay. All right, so I'm telling them I went out to Philly. My tire's flat. Can you come get me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You better answer this. Well, like, this is an emergency.
Right?
Not me really acting like this is an emergency and getting tight now. Like, you're not answering the phone? How dare you?
Your call has been...
I got somebody. Bye. Like, you're embarrassing me, friends.
I hope her excuse is worth it, because should have picked up.
Mm-hmm.
This is not good.
I'm about to block all my friends.
What time is it? Because I know it's not late.
It's 8.
Our call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
You got one more.
And I'm about to be friendless after this one because,
One of them should have called back right now.
Oh, she did. She tried to call me back just now.
Hello?
Ray, can you do me a huge favor?
What?
All right, so I drove to Philly and my tire's flat, and you know Benz do not have spare tires. Do you think you could come get me?
Your phone just broke up. You said you drove where? And what with your car?
To Philly, and I got a flat tire.
Oh, God. All right. Where you at?
You want me to send you the address?
Yeah.
All right, I'll send it to you right now.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, dude, that was
like, just joking.
That's crazy. That is not easy at all to get somebody to come and do that. She sounds like you're a joke.
Right. But you want to know what that is? Because I do that for my friends all the time.
Okay.
I would have driven all the way there to get them.
Oh, that's so nice.
I'm like, don't embarrass me. Answer the phone. Like,
okay, cool. So to end it off, last question. In your opinion, what is it going to take from both male and female to change the dynamic of the dating world?
In my opinion, I truly think that it's going to take honesty. I feel like we lie to not only our partners, but to ourselves.
Yes.
People don't take the time to stop and really be authentic and like, who am I and what do I really want? So then in return, they're lying to whoever they start dating. And then it's just a downward spiral from there.
Yes. So honesty from the gate, it just...
With yourself. And that's a little harder.
Yes.
Because you gotta, it's kind of brutal sometimes. You're like, dang, this is who I really am.
Yes. Oh my God. You're the reason why you've chosen certain individuals. You're the reason why you're in the predicament that you're in. You're the reason why you may have been in a toxic situation. Like,
it's so much easier to blame the other person. He cheated on me. But did you see the signs before? Like, you knew the person you were going to be with. Like,
yes. No, I totally agree. And I'm doing that right now as well. Like, I'm really like looking at myself and seeing, I would want for whatever guy that I'm dating to tell me some bad things, because everybody doesn't necessarily tell you things about yourself to make you do that check.
That's when I know I'm really with like someone I could take serious. Just when we get to that point where you're like, all right, Ornella, you doing this, and I'm like, dang, okay. Yeah. Don't tell me about myself, but okay, tell me about myself.
No, I get it. I love that. So you guys heard that first and not that. That's not that. But yes, you guys heard it here first. All of the good information on how to travel by yourself, with friends, how to plan your life a little bit better, how to go for the things that you want out of this life, staying away from narcissists, and making sure that you stand on the things that you believe in and proving yourself wrong and everybody else as well in the process of living this great old life. So thank you so much for coming. She's been a client of mine from since I was doing makeup out of my crib.
Yes.
And we're here now. Lights. I got trees in the background. I got mics in front of us. So yes, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And I hope people learn a lot from, what it is that you taught us today. Follow her on Instagram, Hiqueenparker.
Yes, you got it right this time.
No, I got it right all the other times. I was just trying to be extra.
Hi, Miss Queen Parker.
Yeah, so follow her on Instagram and definitely, follow her for more content. We're going to get some more food stuff from you.
Yes, and more travel stuff. I'm working on it.
Stuff as well. So we're going to get the content versus just a random post. So yes, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.